Good evening. Hello, everybody. It's Damon Gonzalez from Latinbox Sports. Welcome back this evening to the Slip Punches Show. We're happy to be back. It's been very, very busy week. We had the opportunity and privilege to go up to the ABC Combat Commission up there in Orlando, Florida, representing the NBA boxing. And we got to give our report and see a lot of great friends from across the state lines, from all over the place. Tonight, we have a very special guest coming on our show. Looking really forward to talking to this young man. He's a, super middleweight fighter that's out there doing this thing in boxing, has a great opportunity coming up. And we want to, without further ado, we want to bring on Ken Bell Jr., Kendrick Bell Jr. And he's, like I said, he's a great young man, and we're happy to have him on. And without further ado, Ken Bell Jr. How you doing, Ken?
I'm doing good.
Ken, man, yeah, it's very exciting to have you on the show, brother. We here at Latinbox Sports, we know who you are. We've been following you. We thank Jimmy Burchfield Sr. and CES Boxing. They have really done so much in really bring you to where you're at in your career, and we're excited. You're 16 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, coming with 11 knockouts, man. Talk about the super middleweight division and where you are right now, because we're going to get into the fight, but let's talk about Ken's training camp. How is this training camp leading up to August 7th coming up?
It's been a lot of running. Since my last fight, I fought, Brian Vera, and I had to prove. He said that I was gonna be a lazy fighter, so I had to prove him different and fight, different from what I normally do. I usually like to brawl and, sit there and bang. So I wanted to show him that I can box and, play with him. So I put in a lot of road work, got myself, mentally and physically prepared to be able to move and box a lot more, and that's what I did for all 8 rounds, my first 8-rounder. And that's just when I want to keep that style going. I want to box, move, not really get touched, and just, keep my distance when I'm in the ring. And that's what I'm mainly focusing on now. Just a lot of road work and, just staying busy, keeping my, using my reach and stuff.
Ken, let's give credit when credit's due. There are a lot of fighters in the pro game out there. I'm going to mention a couple. My man Sean Porter. We had Sean Porter on the show last month. My brother, of course, is trained by his father. And there are many other fighters out there that are trained by their father, and their fathers are in their training camp. There's such a connection in the gel with you and your dad in the gym, because, again, watching you develop and watch you grow up as a fighter, this is your time right now. Talk about that and talk about the relationship.
When I was an amateur, it kind of took me a long time to kind of, come into my own. And I knew going into the pros, the same thing was gonna happen. So now when I go back and look at, my beginning videos of my fights, you can kind of see the comfortability morally kicking in now. And it's just the time. I needed to get comfortable. It took a while, but it's now, it all came together at the right time. And my dad, we kind of bump heads sometime, but there's nobody else that I trust more than my own dad. So that's why I feel comfortable in him being there. It's like my guardian angel right there, right behind me. He's always right there. I trust him, what he does and what he says, and that's why we keep moving forward. And as long as I listen to him, even though sometimes it's hard, things just work out. That's why we're moving forward right now, and we are where we are.
Now, the one thing I like in watching a lot of the live broadcasts on CES Boxing and watching your fights, just for starters, going back to 2016 when you made your pro debut and you KO'd that fighter. You remember that in your pro debut when you knocked that guy out when you got your feet wet? Do you know something, champ? He's never fought again after that fight. That guy has
I,
never stepped back in the ring. Would you believe that?
what's crazy is he actually asked for a rematch later on, but we turned it down. So it was like nobody really wanted to see it. So we just kind of wanted to move forward. But yeah, he hasn't fought again. I mean, I know he's been training and stuff, but I don't I know, and he does MMA, so I don't know if he's either fighting MMA or I'm not sure. But yeah,
You know,
that's a
Ken,
fight I can never forget.
I'll tell you, champ, watching film and watching your camps and watching you train, no matter who comes in the gym, no matter who works, you're working there right with them. You're always with the amateurs. You're always helping other people. Wow. One thing I like when I watch the film of your fights and I watch you fight, because I do watch you fight, the one thing I see is that you look natural. And what I mean by that is what happens is sometimes in the sport today, some of these fighters get the wrong perception in their camps and how they train. And what happens is they'll make weight that day. They'll make weight in the morning, but then fight night from 147, they look like cruiserweights. They look like heavyweights. And it doesn't seem at all like that with you. It seems to me you're a fighter that handles, and I'm serious about this. I feel you handle your health very, very well. And I see that because when you sit on your punches and you land them, you remind me of my friend I was with yesterday. I was in the Combat ABC Boxing Commission, and I was with Nate the Galaxy Warrior Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you remind me so much of Nate Campbell. And the reason why I say that is because of those body shots you hit these guys with. Oh my God. Not a lot of fighters really sit on their punches and work that hard and making it look so easy for themselves. Talk about that arsenal, because man, listen, for long arms, you got one heck of a hook to the body.
What's crazy is when I graduated high school, I was really short. I was probably like when I graduated, I was 5'8". And then 2 years after I graduated, I don't know, I got a late growth spurt and I just kind of blew up. But me going to the body and stuff like that, I learned all that from actually Edwin Rodriguez. We used to spar a lot when I was younger, all the way up until, nowadays. And he used to I used to always try to imitate him. He was my favorite because he was always coming to the gym. So I looked up to him and, I wanted to imitate his style. So that's kind of where a lot of my style came from, was Edwin Rodriguez. So that I kind of try to imitate his style a lot. And that's where it comes from. Just me learning how to go to the body. He used to love going to the body. That was like his specialty. So I just worked on it, and then it kind of just adapted to my whole style.
You know, Edwin Rodriguez, one of those PBC fighters in and out the ring. He's just a class act. He's a great guy. And, with these veteran fighters, you can't keep it if you don't give it away. And it's nice to hear that. It's nice to hear that he's spent a lot of his time with you and working together. And I'm sure you've, matured a lot within yourself. You're going into this big fight on August 7th, and the WBC, it's a United States silver belt that's on the line. And let me tell you something. It's very important. President Mauricio Suleiman doesn't just give out WBC belts. The same like the NBA. We just don't give out belts. This is something that has to be a lot of things in the process. The fighter being rated. You there, champ? I lost you. What you do?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, but I don't see you no more. I don't see you anymore. Where'd you go?
I have no idea, but can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Why don't you try going out and coming back in? Let's try that, because we lost the picture of you.
Say that one more time. Try what?
Yeah, we can't see you. We lost the photo. We lost you. We can hear you, but we can't see you. Yeah, what you do is try hanging up and coming right back on the link.
All right.
All right. Thank you, champ. Again, guys, we apologize. Little technical difficulty. We got Ken Bell Jr. on the line with us, man. Great young man. We like him a lot. We know this man is coming to fight. He has a big fight coming up against Ty Edmonds, TYI Edmonds. Hold on, here he goes. There you go. You with us?
Yeah, there was a few people calling me. I just put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
So, champ, tell me, preparing for your fight with Edmonds, it's a big fight. It's a big opportunity. Talk about your training camp leading up to this fight, and how much do you know about Edmonds?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Um, it's been a good training camp. This is gonna be a first time where I really fight somebody my height, so that's gonna be different. But like I said, I used to spar Edwin Rodriguez all the time, so those those are things that I'm used to. Demetrius Andrade, I spar with these guys, so it shouldn't be an issue for me to go in there with a guy like this and not be able to perform up to par. So I'm looking forward to it and just add another big win on my record.
And so are the fans. I mean, really, it is a big fight coming up for you, and I'm sure you sold a lot of tickets for it.
Yeah, my fan base is getting much bigger, and I appreciate everybody that's been showing me a lot of love and coming out and supporting.
Champ, we're gonna take this moment, give a shout out to all your fans, because again, man, a lot of people really love what you're doing in the sport. You're doing it the right way, and it's important for you to talk to them. Give a shout out to all your fans.
I want to give a shout out to all my fans, all my friends, all my family. For this fight, I didn't expect for me to sell as many ring sides as I did, and they just really all came out and rushed, and we sold out of all our ring sides. So I want to thank everybody for supporting me and just being there for me when I needed them, and understanding when I'm cutting weight or training, how they just look out for me, knowing the things that I shouldn't do and seeing what I should do and just helping me out.
Now, Ken, let me tell you right now, again, in our country, we pray for everybody out there. We're still lingering, going through the whole COVID-19 out here in the U.S. and what have you. You guys are being safe, right? Everybody's good. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's being safe up your way, your camp, your family. Everybody's okay?
Everybody's safe. Being
Good, good.
cautious out here. Just keeping my distance.
Good, awesome. That's very, very important, And again, we definitely looking forward to fight night. Talk about who, and I'm sure, you can't be a fighter in this sport and not love the sport. I know you love the sport, man. Give me 2 or 3 names. Talk about some guys out there that you look at them and you're like, that's right, that's the one I like, man. Who do you like? Who do you follow in the sport?
I follow, who I look up to and follow the most right now. That's helped me a lot and given me a lot of good work is, Demetrius Andrade. And but I mainly look up to Canelo, and I like the Charlos a lot.
That's what's up, man. Let me tell you, Boo Boo, man, they always give him a bad rap, man, but he's really a great dude, man.
Yeah.
He does his homework. He works very, very hard. And I just don't understand why he don't get more opportunities. But, I'm sure, the best is yet to come.
I think it's just right now it's a high risk, low reward. They just don't they feel like they can go get a big amount of money fighting somebody lesser than fighting him and just taking that loss. Because I feel nobody else is gonna beat him. I feel like the only person that could really give him his competition is Canelo, and even Canelo is trying to avoid that fight.
Definitely, yeah. That will be one I'm sure all the fans would love to see. But Mr. Bell, you're coming into your own. You're turning the corner where, of course, tremendously bigger and better opportunities are coming down the line. What are your thoughts of that?
My main goal is to get rich. So I want those big paydays. So that's what I'm working towards. These winning these belts, it doesn't really do nothing for me or mean much because I mean it puts me in a better position, but it doesn't change my status right now as far as financially. So I just want to get rich. So I just have to stay focused and just keep moving forward and let those big paydays come in, which I'm sure they're gonna start coming in soon. I just have to stay working and stay focused.
That's it, man. One fight at a time, brother. Mr. Bell, give a shout out to CES Promotions, Jimmy and the staff, man, because again, they've been with you right from the beginning, man. And let me tell you, man, it's a great team.
I want to give a shout out to my promoter, Jimmy Burchfield, the whole CES, Michael Parenti, and I forgot Jimmy's right hand guy right now that's been helping a lot with the
Yeah, you got Marcos, you got a lot
going
of good
back and
guys,
forth and
man.
stuff. Marco, that's his name, Marcos. I want to give a big shout out to Marcos too.
That's awesome, champ. Champ, August 7th, man, we're really looking forward to it. And, usually this close to a fight, I don't like keeping the fighters on too long because, again, we understand the importance of training camp and in the concentration of so much you have in front of you. So once again, how can all the fans and people listening in follow you on social media? How can they follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram, which is Kendrick.92, or you can follow me on Facebook, which is Ken Ball. I'm on Instagram a lot now, so if you go on there, you'll be able to stay in tune with everything that's going on.
Super middleweight Ken Ball Jr., we appreciate you coming on the Slip Punches show, and we hope we really hope we have you come back on.
Oh, most definitely, I'd love to.
Thank you, champ. You have a great evening, and we'll talk to you soon. Keep on punching.
All right, thank you.
Take care of yourself.
All right.
Thank you, everybody. That was Ken Ball Jr. He'll be fighting on August 7th for WBC silver, U.S. belt. He's a great young kid. He's going to bring the fight. To follow the fight, it should be either UFC Fight Pass or go into the social media for CES Boxing and get all the information on how to watch the fight. We appreciate you guys tuning in. This is Damon Gonzalez. I'm off to Boston tomorrow. Got some work up there. And we're looking forward to talking to you guys real soon. All right? So have a great evening. Thanks for tuning in. Keep on punching. Latinbox Sports, I'm out.